Edward Evans's parents. Been identifying a body.
Thank you.
Can you go? So they believe you?
Dunno.
They've let Myra go too, thank God.
What?
So she can't have been involved. Why did you lie to me, Dave?
I didn't lie. She's the one that's lying. She must have fibbed her way out of it.
Let's just get out of here.
Stood here?
Just want to know what's going on.
Put up with this lot now, get out of here.
Hey, mister, what's going on out there?
What's everybody doing now?
We haven't got time to mess around with you, now get out.
So, we found a wallet inside the car.
This is Brady's car.
No, that's Hindley's car. Brady doesn't drive. Found 3 sheets of paper inside here. We've got them copied.
Why is no people in the house?
What do you think this is?
That's some kind of disposal plan for the body.
OK, explain it to me.
We think hat is hatchet, wreck, reconnaissance.
Check. Periodically unmoved. Check what's unmoved.
Body. Bodies.
Tick, WH, PB.
No. God knows.
Is this where it happened?
Aye. Hard to believe, isn't it? Must have spent ages cleaning up this place.
So where was the body found?
Over by the window, fetal position, body wrapped in polythene.
Bit of a photographer, is he then, Brady?
Found her moors by the looks of it.
Isn't that her?
Aye, that's her. Come to see a granny, I expect. Had to boot her out of here, obviously.
You sure you've done the right thing letting her go?
That's Benfield's decision, no mine.
What do you think, sir?
I think there was a plan to get rid of the body using the car. Look, car. Remove all movable objects. Clean cover, floor and seat, fresh poly at night. I mean, this is her car. He doesn't even drive, you said. Who else is going to drive the car, for Christ's sakes, once they put a body in the back? How can she possibly not be involved?
Hey, come in. Shut up.
Mrs. Smith?
Yes.
DCI Mountie, Ashton Police. I need to speak to your husband.
Come in.
Thank you. Dave Smith?
What?
Go on, get in there.
You told Detective Chief Superintendent Benfield Brady claimed he killed others.
Yeah, well, he wasn't listening, was he?
Well, I am. Did he say who he killed? Or when or where?
No.
And you didn't ask?
Why should I?
Even when he told you he was going to use guns for this bank job?
What bank job?
Dave, what's this? Me and Ian had this stupid idea about robbing a bank.
What?
Bloody idiot. Well, I didn't know if he was serious or not, did I? Even when we got rid of the stuff in the suitcases, I didn't know.
What stuff?
Stuff they thought would be incriminating.
What exactly was in these suitcases? Hey! Answer me.
There was some books of mine, the rest was theirs. I just helped them put the cases in the cart and then they drove them off.
Where?
I don't know.
Come on, son, he must have told you something. Where?
Well, they might have said something about left luggage.
They? So Myra was in on this too, yeah?
Yeah. Ian said she was going to drive the getaway car.
Jesus Christ, Dave, what else haven't you told me?
Come on, Myra, you're just digging a big hole for yourself. You think you're being clever, but you're not. We've heard Brady's version and we've heard what Dave says.
I've already told you. I've got nothing to say. My version of events of that evening are exactly the same as Ian's version of events.
We found a piece of paper in Myra's car with the initials WH on it. I think that stands for Woodhead, and that's here.
Dunno.
Well, these are the nearest moors to Attersley.
Yeah, well, they took us to different places.
So should you and me go for a walk, yeah?
You don't really think there are bodies up here?
I'm trying not to think anything, love.
But if there are, I mean, it can't be anything to do with Myra.
You said Brady made some remark about you having stood on the grave of one of his victims.
Ian and Myra drove us up to the moors. Me and Ian went for a walk and there was a reservoir below us. He wanted me to stand in a particular place.
Here! You think this is the spot? Is this the spot?
Don't know.
Do. I have reason to believe that with David Smith you discussed killing people and burying them on the moors.
It was all part of a fiction to impress him.
Smith says you told him after you killed Evans that was the messiest yet. Why say that if there were no others?
That was to do with the situation we were in.
I've got nothing to say. My version of events of that evening is exactly the same as Ian's.
But it's not your version, is it? It's Ian's version. You're just using his words. Is it Brady says and Myra does?
How many more times do I need to tell you? There was an accident. My version of events is exactly the same as Ian's.
Tell me about this fiction to impress Smith.
Ask Smith.
No, I'm asking you.
I told you, ask Smith.
I've done nothing. As far as I know, Ian's done nothing. Dave Smith's a bloody little liar.
Now, come on, tell us exactly what went on that night.
There was an accident. That's all I'm saying.
Or should we call it murder?
Why did you take that photograph?
Well, I must have been attracted by the composition.
Why is Myra looking at the ground?
You'd have to ask her that.
Well, I'm asking the photographer. Why is she looking at the ground? Is there something special about that particular piece of ground? Is it because it's a grave? Is you standing on a grave? Is her standing on a grave? Is your personal graveyard?
Pictures.
Just pictures. And that place, that grave, that was Woodhead, wasn't it?
In that general area, aye. But again, it was a fiction.
I've got police officers from 3 forces up there right now, Brady, digging up your fiction.
Well, that is a monumental exercise in futility, my friend.
Make sure you push the stick really deep.
Go on.
Can you tell us what's happening up here?
Well, we've got members of the public helping with the search. They've come from far and wide around. If we find anything with the sticks that smells like human remains,
thank you.
Then we dig.
So we don't miss anywhere.
If it
Keep it up, and all the ground's hard here.
just can't tell you any more.
The search of moorland adjacent to the A628 Woodhead Pass has been going on for over 2 days now. But the police have still found no evidence that any bodies have been buried there. There's been no official confirmation from the police, but speculation continues that
still
the
nothing.
bodies may be those of children.
I see.
There's been no official
Mr.
confirmation
Mountsie!
either
Over
as
here,
to how
sir!
long this search may continue. But indications
lads?
are
Let's have a
that
look.
it may go on for some time.
I think we might have something here, sir.
No, that's not. No, it's just a dead sheep.
All right, keep at it, lads.
Which room's Jackson in?
I'm going to mention some names to you. Names of children. I just want you to tell me if you've heard of them. Leslie Ann Downey.
Never heard of her.
Keith Bennett.
John Kilbride.
Never heard of him.
All right, then. Have you heard of Pauline Reed?
Is that funny, Myra?
I knew Pauline Reed. I grew up with her. I liked her.
Leslie Ann Downey. Have you heard of Leslie Ann Downey? It has been pretty public. Papers, television, rewards. Nobody at work ever mentioned Leslie Ann Downey?
And John Kilbride, you've never heard of him?
I don't know him. I have never heard of him.
Have you ever been to Ashton Market?
No, I have never been to Ashton Market. Never been to Ashton Market.
Where do you shop then?
I shop at Sega's sometimes. I go into the city centre. Where do you shop?
John Cooper and I'm talking about went missing from Ashton Market 23rd of November 1963.
And I'm supposed to have murdered him and buried him on the moors.
I believe so, yes.
And I suppose I did the same to the other names in this book, eh? Joan Crawford, Robert Urquhart, Alec Guinness. Dearie me, I mean, Alec will be sorry to hear the premature end of his acting career. Do you have children? Eh?
2.
Well, I can understand why this is an emotional subject for you.
We'll not get a cough out of him.
Come on, lads, I know you're tired, but you're doing a grand job. Keep it up, all the ground.
See, the ground she's on here is quite flat and stony. Now, I've been all over. I can't find any ground like that round here.
That's it, lads, come on.
You think we're looking in the wrong place, don't you?
You keep going.
I don't know. If there were more background in the photo, something to give us a reference point.
Right, so if WH isn't Woodhead, what else could it stand for?
Wuthering bloody Heights, for all I know. Prescott's not going to let this go on for much longer. If we don't find the bodies, they're going to get away with this.
Sir, message from Jock Carr. The suitcases that Smith told us about, he's found them.
Good lad.
Right, let's have a look then, shall we?
Have you got a tape recorder in the station, sir?
Jock. Go and ask the sergeant, will you? Find a tape recorder.
Sir, isn't that Leslie Ann Downey?
Looks like her.
Oh, fucking hellfire. We need to talk to Smith, sir.
Jock?
You're writing it now, Smith.
Come on.
Hey, you better have some bloody
What's
good
going
answers.
What's this about?
Do you recognise any of this lot?
The notebook's mine. I don't know anything about the rest of it.
You lying little bastard.